top story on the show this evening. The Agusta storm continues to rock Indian Parliament. The Rajya Sabha turned into a virtual battleground today, with allegations and counter-allegations flying thick and fast over the 3,600 crore rupee VVIP chopper scam. BJP leader and newly nominated Rajya Sabha member Subramanian Swamy, who first dragged Sonia Gandhi's name in that entire case, today went a step further, calling the Congress president the chief architect, quote-unquote, of the chopper deal. The Congress hit back strongly, with former Defence Minister AK Antony challenging the government to identify and punish the guilty instead of making veiled threats.
Now, placing the records on the Agusta deal, Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar said the corruption was there for everyone to see, as VVIP choppers were purchased at $64 million apiece against $15 million recommended by the Indian Air Force. The minister even called the Congress bluff, saying the UPA government did not act despite having enough proof of foul play. Parrikar informed the Rajya Sabha that the government has initiated extradition proceedings against the middleman, while a detailed probe is already underway. The all-out war over Agusta files, that's our top story on India Tonight. And here's a slice of that sensational debate in the Parliament.
A plea was made to somebody in high place in Italy to make the Prime Minister of Italy contact our Prime Minister, of whom I have great regard. I know that personally he will do nothing wrong, but he takes orders very easily. That's his major minus point. So we need to ask Mr. Manmohan Singh whether you had decided not to give any documents to the Italian government even despite their request. If so, did you make the decision yourself? Was it a cabinet decision, or it was a super cabinet decision, or somewhere else you got the orders from? He has to make it clear.
I have no hesitation to say it is the travesty of truth, it is distortion, it's a web of deception that has been woven here, and not only that, in a very irresponsible manner, the reputations of many in the previous government, in our government, has been questioned.
That there was a corruption in the matter is brought out in extensive details. Antony himself said that there is a corruption. Is brought out in extensive details in the recent judgments of Milan High Court. It dominates our public discourse. Sadly, it has also dented country's image and then standing in the world. The country wants to know as to who instigated, who supported, and who benefited from the corruption. We cannot let this pass.
Since everything is proved, this company is a corrupt company. It is dictated by the Italian court. Please don't involve them in any of the Make in India projects. If at all they are there, remove them.
They invited them.
We don't want cover-up. We don't want to save anybody, but don't try to create crowds. You will not be able to succeed. You will not be able to succeed.
Is unfortunately a government, an insecure ruling party, and perhaps a historical government affected by increasing disillusionment with its non-governance, trying to foist a charge of corruption against persons unconnected. AP, I do not know what it means, what it stands for. Then the next page, the prosecutor says, not the witness. Witness has said, I do not know what AP stands for. Then a man called D. Vinere manages to fill in the gaps. He says, and I'm quoting, from open sources, we could see on the internet that AP stands for Ahmed Patel. Why did he not think of the Chief Minister of Gujarat?
ये मेरी पहली अग्नि परीक्षा नहीं है, इससे पहले भी मैं अग्नि परीक्षा में से गुजर चुका हूँ। और जो लोग आरोप लगा रहे हैं, उनसे मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि बातिलों से डरने वाले नहीं, ये आसमां हम 100 बार ले चुका है तो इम्तिहान। मेरे खिलाफ और मेरे लीडर्स के खिलाफ, चाहे पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री हो, एंटनी जी हो, और कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट हो, और कोई भी लीडर हो, मैं आज पूछना चाहूँगा कि इसी ऑर्डर में कहीं पे भी किसी भी लीडर को इंडिकेट किया गया है, इंडाइट किया गया है, किसी को भी आरोपी के रूप में कहीं पे भी पेंट किया गया है? कहीं पे भी ये कहा गया है कि इनमें से किसी ने घूस ली है या ब्राइब ली है? जेंटलमैन सिटिंग देयर, मैं उनसे कहूंगा कि कहीं पे भी ये सिद्ध कर दें तो मैं इस सदस्य से इस्तीफा दूंगा, सार्वजनिक जीवन छोड़ के चला जाऊंगा। Can you prove that?
Sonia Gandhi is certainly unimpressed. She's not letting this fierce debate get to her. In a brief interaction with the waiting media, the Congress president held her ground, challenging the BJP to make any number of revelations against her. She in fact said that she welcomes more muck from the government. A day after, her very defiant son said he's happy to be targeted.
Now, as Agusta scam debate rocks the parliament, the judge who delivered the order in Italian court has made a stunning disclosure. He's demolished the grand old party's defense and said no clean chit can be given to any of the Indian politicians and the Indian government should bring the guilty to book. Here's Judge Maiga's exclusive interview with Times Now and ET Now's editor-in-chief, Arnab Goswami.
There are some people who are using your judgment to give a clean chit, to say no politicians are involved. Justice Maigo has said no Indian politicians or no Indian other people are involved. But that's not what you're saying. You are telling me that there are traces of payments to other Indian people, maybe politicians, but that will have to be found out with a separate investigation. That's not within the realm of your judgment.
And that's, I've seen it on the internet. And that's the reason why I accepted to grant this interview, because we have to clarify the limits of our judgment. Can be used against people who are not accused in Italy and who are not the object or subject to our judgment. There are traces of other presence, other behaviors, other activities, other people, other officials, Indian or the politician. It's not our problem. It's not a problem of Italy. It's not a problem of our judgment.
Absolutely.
It's not a problem of our investigation.
Absolutely.
It's a problem of India to clean
absolutely. I'm actually, Mr. Maigo, I'm actually so glad that we have had this interview. What the people of India want to know, the people of India want to know from you, Justice Maigo, is does this document have credibility? Is this an authentic document?
This is a manuscript of Mr. Ashke that Mr. Ashke said he wrote at the beginning of 2008 in Switzerland. And it is the balance of the expenses, the budget of Mr. Michel. So it took note of what Mr. Michel said about his expenses.
Well,
future expenses.
Land expenses.
What he said he should pay in the future. Okay, he should pay in the future.
Well, corruption is a big issue in Italy as well as it is in India. But I think, Mr. Maigo, the fact that you and I spoke today clarifies a lot of matters. You made it absolutely clear in the course of this interview that you're not giving a clean chit to anyone. And I think that's very important because you're saying it's for the Indians to investigate who the Indian bribe takers are. Yeah.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.